Hey everybody, welcome back to another Diecast review. We've got another wave of the metal chassis 1/64ths in today. This is, I guess, wave 7. Nobody's really calling them waves. I just go by waves because that's how they come in. But the 7th wave of the metal chassis diecast. We got some great ones in here. We got a Dale Jr., we got the Night Owl, we got Hendrick Cars, the Built Bar. I mean, this is a stellar wave. So, no sense in wasting time. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. I'm going to go ahead and set this down and zoom it in so we are ready to go. And we'll take a look at all these die casts in order from just left to right that I've got them set up here. So, the first one on our list is going to be the Kevin Harvick Bristol Dirt Car. It was a Busch, what do you call it? The Bristol Busch Deer? What is it called? Oh, here we go. It's right there. Base. Here we go. All right. Hashtag Busch Dirt Car. That's what it is. It's the hashtag Busch Dirt Car. But there you can see it. That number 4, you can see it's got all the dirt all over it. There's the box behind it. I'm just going to use that as a nice backdrop so you guys can get a good look at it from each side. So we do have the dirt on there. And I believe they actually also added, this is kind of cool, they added the white mesh stuff that they were using to cover the grill. So that's actually pretty cool. They actually added that into the car. So that way it looked like it did on track. So that white mesh is pretty neat. I'll give it that. But yeah, we got Harvick on the windows. And I said metal chassis. So it's also on a base because it's a beer sponsor. So it stays on a plastic base. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one on the list. It's another Kevin Harvick because I'm going to get the bases out of the way early. This is Kevin Harvick in the Busch non-alcohol car. You can see right off the bat, it is the blue and red car. You can see it's got the bright red to let you know it's non-alcoholic, and it's got Busch NA.win over here. We also got Busch NA on the hood. You can see it actually looks pretty decent with that red on there. Kind of reminds me of a Mobile 1 scheme or something. Or not, yeah, the old Mobile 1 scheme, the white one. The red on there just really flushes into the scheme well. But, yeah, they had the Busch NA car. I'm not going to lie, Harvick runs so many paint schemes because Busch is always pushing something new. And I love it. I think that they actually know what they're doing with their marketing because, you know, it's like, what's the best way to get your marketing name out there? It's like, well, maybe, you know, have a bunch of really flashy cars. Maybe you don't have to move the number. Anyway, but yeah, overall, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite paint schemes. I still think one of my favorites for Kevin Harvick is going to be that Subway whenever it comes in. But we do have Harvick on both the windows, and then we got the basic gloss red to the back. So it's a good-looking car. By no means is it, you know, top of the line in terms of my favorites, but I'm also not a huge Harvick fan. So next on the list, this is actually one of the more popular, one of the highestly, like, I don't want to say highest recommended, the most sought after. We'll go with that. This is the number 5 Hendrick Cars Chevy Camaro for Kyle Larson. You can see we've got our Hendrick Cars paint scheme. He only won in this car like 8 times. So yeah, that would be a pretty popular car. And you can see classic HendrickCars.com paint scheme. The rubber Goodyear tires. Go to the nose. You can see the Camaro decals up there on the front. Pretty lined up. We got Larson on the front and rear window. Nation's Guard on the deck lid, and Hendrick Cars on the rear as well. So, yeah, overall, it's, I mean, what else can you say? He won so many races, and it's got to be considered some level of iconic, right? He even won a championship in it. So, next on the list is going to be number 41 for Cole Custer. This is the, what is this, the Wow Wow? I think it's called Wow Wow. Look at this. So it's the regular kind of black and silver combination that they had for the Haas Automation 164. But this one has a lot of orange thrown in there. So it's a Wow Wow Classic Waffles. Okay, now I'm interested. Now I'm curious. See, that's what it takes. Together we're feeding America over there. We got number 41, Custer. Overall, this is actually a pretty good-looking paint scheme. The yellow and red really kind of brighten the scheme up. At first I thought it looked a little out of place, but it's really not bad. There you go. You can see a good view at it from here, but you know, I guess next to the Haas car it seems a little off because the Haas car just doesn't have any orange on it, but I don't think it's a bad looking car. By no means is it, however, as good as our next car, which is the number 19 DeWalt Toyota for, I almost said Ross Chastain. I have no idea where that came from. But this is the one for Martin Truex Jr. This car is absolutely stellar. What I'm a little confused about is the roof and the side. I thought it was supposed to be black. But you can see it actually is more like gray. So you can see it's got the 19. It's kind of gray up on the roof and on the back. Thought it was going to be black, but it's more gray, I guess, at the moment. But a very good-looking car. I actually am really thrilled about the look of this car. This is an awesome paint scheme. Color combination on it is fantastic. So the Martin Truex Jr. DeWalt car is a absolute thumbs up. This has got to be one of the best paint schemes so far that we've gotten in the metal chassis for sure. Our next car on the list is going to be a throwback. This is going to be Anthony Alfredo. I think this is the first Anthony Alfredo car we've gotten. And it is the FR8 Auctions throwback. You can see the box there, but let's go ahead and roll the car. And this one's really unique because we get chrome rims on it. So I don't even think the plastic chassis allows chrome rims. I could be wrong. But yeah, these have the chrome rims with the tires on it. That I think is really cool. A giant 38 up on the roof there. You can see it says "We Care." FR8 Auctions, Alfredo on each window. You can see that large number 38 font. I'm a huge fan of large number fonts. I don't know what it is. I just love it. But yeah, so we have the big 38 font. The chrome rims are really the biggest kicker on this car. The chrome just looks so nice. So definitely a fan of that one. Like I said, this is a really stacked wave. They sent in, I think it was 17 cars or so, and they're all really good. So the next one on this list is going to be everyone's, well, not everyone's, but NASCAR's most popular driver for however many years he did. I think it was like 16. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s. This was the Fight Hunger Chevy Camaro that he ran in the iRacing series. So you can see here it says Pro Invitational, which they ran, I don't know, through last year at some point. But you can see we got the number 88 with the numbers leaning forward, as Junior always liked them. The bright yellow 88 on the roof. We got Fight Hunger. You can see we also have, what is that, Nor? I don't know what that is. Hellman's, Feeding America, Brandt, Lipton. You can see they do have a bunch of these Junior Motorsport sponsors kind of sprinkled around the car here. Going around to the right side, you can see you got Lipton and Hellman's over here. So couple different brands. We also got a plastic fork, so you know that's there, and pretty good sized door numbers. So I'm a pretty big fan of that because he always painted the skirts, and you can see that big door number. I'm a fan. So, but yeah, it is our first for Dale Jr. in the metal chassis series. So kind of neat that we got that added in there. I'm picking this one. We're gonna go with another throwback next. This is going to be the Alex Bowman throwback. You can see it is a really interesting car. So this car doesn't really look that great. However, what I will say, the liquid color, oh my, looks amazing. But yeah, you can see here, pretty much just a basic teal color all the way around with the pink numbers and a little pink post. And then just the sponsors, really. So I don't know. It's a boring paint scheme in my opinion. That being said, you do get the throwback tires. That's kind of cool. Go over to the right side. Same thing over here. Nothing really crazy on this car. It is pretty dang boring. But again, you do get some pretty cool stuff, you know, with the throwback tires and stuff. So it's a decent car, but you know, it's probably lower end because so many of the other ones here look so good. Next one on the list, we're going to go ahead and do the Brad Keselowski. This is the PureTech, P-I-R-T-E-C, I said it wrong again, T-E-K. But this is the PureTech Ford Mustang. You can see it is the classic scallop paint scheme, as they call it, from Penske Racing. This is the one that obviously Joey Logano runs, and Blaney has it. What other paint scheme is it? It's the Shell Penzo. Oh, the Moneyline car looks like this, I think. No, they changed the Moneyline. I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, this is the paint scheme they use. So you can see it says PureTech. We've got the blue, the red, and the yellow, all really, I don't know, they kind of clash, but they fit well together. So it's an interesting color combination. By no means is it my favorite, but it's still definitely unique to the two car. This is the only time I can remember the two having blue and yellow. So it's definitely more unique on that side of it. So the next one we're going to have here, this is the Kyle Busch M&M's Messages car, I believe. I thought we did this one last time. I could be wrong. No, we did it. Okay, what is it? It is still the M&M's Message, but this is different. This one says, thanks, awesome, as I... Oh, wait, sorry. It says, thanks for being as awesome as I am. So maybe this is a different version of the Messages car. It is different because the other one had a yellow note across it. This one has a blue note across the hood. So that's a big difference. But you can see it's a classic M&M scheme most of the way around. Just got M&M Messages. And then I said we got the blue mark, or the blue wrapper, or whatever you want to call it, the blue banner going across the hood here that just says that. The other one was yellow. Also featured the brown M&M instead of the red one, so that's different. So, yeah, a few differences. I should probably have pulled one out and shown it, but yeah, they are different from that aspect. Also, the door number on the other one was, or the door M&M color was blue, or red on the other one. It's blue on this one, so kind of neat. They had it reversed. So the red M&M's on this side instead of this side, so kind of neat. All right, so the next one on our list is going to be from the Joe Gibbs stable. This is the Sport Clips throwback for Denny Hamlin. This is actually a decent-looking car because it's just very, very simple. It's red and white, and that is all it is. You got Sport Clips over here on the back and on the hood. Hamlin on both windows. You can see the 11. Very simple, very, I don't know what you want to say. Just, it's simple and it looks nice. It's a very nice-looking door number. The roof, you can see I got our number 11 up there. Sport Clips as well. Go over to the right side. You can see just very simple right side of the car. You got the number. You got Sport Clips way back here. And then a little logo up at the front there. Still got those throwback tires over here. Obviously, it is the metal chassis, so you know we've already pointed that out. But I think that's the only Denny Hamlin in this wave, so we did get another Denny. All right, so next on our list, we're going to go to the number 7 of Corey LaJoie. This is the Built Bar car. This is actually one of the best-looking cars. I actually even got an Elite of this because I wanted to review it. I thought the colors on this thing were so cool. So you can see here, it is awesome. We've got the blue, we've got the yellow on the side here, the number 7. You see, we've got a Built Bar there, and then you just see this weird cartoon-looking group of shavings, like curled up all around the base of the car. They also use contingency sponsors over here. So, or not use them, but they use their sponsors as contingencies over here, which I think is awesome. You can see on the hood, we've got Corey LaJoie with a Built Bar in his mouth. So his face car has returned, basically. But you can see we got the yellow kind of swirls all around the bottom of the car, the bright baby blue base color of the car, and then this bright yellow, like, POW logo almost coming out behind the number. This is one of my favorite paint schemes of last year. This is one of the few that, like I said, I did get in an Elite just to get to review the paint scheme because it looks that good. So as good as I thought the DeWalt one is, this was one of my absolute favorites from last year. So I had to pick it up. I thought it looked the best, and I still think it might be the best. All right, so the next car on our list is going to be a little laundry detergent car known as the Tide Ride. This is Eric Jones and the Tide Ride Chevy Camaro. You can see here we got a bright orange front to this car, also all the way to the door. So looking at it from the front, you got this bright orange nose. It looks really, really sharp. The Tide Ride always did. The bright orange and yellow just looked great. We got our number 43 there with some petty blue mixed in. We got Food City, Tide. Up here on the roof, we've got a bright blue roof with red numbers. Jones on the front and rear. You can see over here on this side that orange really does blend in nice, but overall the Tide Ride just looks right. I mean, there's something about the bright orange nose of a car that just fits, and I mean, I'd love to see it with a 32 on it, but I'm telling you, the Tide Ride always looks good, so hopefully they can get back with Eric Jones this year and have another good-looking car, but, you know, the numbers move, so maybe not. Next on the list, we're going to go to another Daniel Suarez car. This is the second one that's come in. We did the iFly already. This is the ComScope car. Very colorful car. You can see right off the bat, just very... It's cool colors. So the hot colors that are red, yellow, orange, you know, there's a little orange in there, but otherwise it's a purple, it's a blue, it's a black, it's kind of a more dark orange. You can see we got ComScope on the roof. You can see the 99 with the little line through it like a needle. Also on the side, we got the 99 there. We got Now Meets Next over there. Going to the nose, we got ComScope up there, but green, blue, purple. You can see very cool colors. The scheme looks very nice in that way. Just all the cool colors. And then it gets a little like warmer towards the back. You do have a little bit few of the warmer colors there, but I like it. I think the ComScope car is cool. I still think the iFly is better. Camping World was good too. But the ComScope one's nothing to laugh at. Trackhouse is bringing A-grade paint schemes. Next on our list, we're going to go to Martin Truex Jr.'s Auto Owners Sherry Strong car. This one ran, I believe, at Michigan. So looks really sharp. You can see we got the Reese's logo there, but we've got the base color for the Auto Owners car, and then you got this bright baby blue that starts popping in with a little bit of yellow here. Bass Pro Shops over there, so it looks really nice. I really enjoy this paint scheme. The two blues just look really good when they mesh together. This darker blue and the brighter blue. Everyone loves this bright blue color. We all remember it from the 2018 car that Johnson took out on the last lap. But it's a very, very sharp paint scheme. I'm a big fan of that brighter blue. I think it looks a lot better than the one from last year, I want to say. The last year one was kind of boring. I really like this Sherry Strong car. I think it looks a lot better. So you can see it's got the ribbon there for the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. Next, and second to last, well, second, I don't know how you put it, second or third to last car. The William Byron Exalted car is finally in. That is a car that I've been waiting on because this is my favorite Byron car from last year. The Liberty car was fine, and I don't remember if he had any other cars, but this is my favorite. You can see it's got the matte black, the blue, the green, the yellow, and the red. A lot of red across the top with the yellow 24. I think that looks just right. I think this is just a better looking car. I think this is a good looking car, paint scheme wise, and the next gen should have just stayed with it instead of moving the stupid number forward. But yeah, you can see we got our 24 there, that bright yellow, kind of iconic 24. It's got the iconic font, but then you add that the right color to it, and it just looks right. As I said, the red and the yellow really pop and make the car look nice and bright, but then the black really does keep it based. I love it. I think this is one of my favorite paint schemes, probably of all time. Thank goodness he won in this car, not the Liberty one last year. But yeah, so that's our second to last one, the Exalted car. So another really nice paint scheme. And the very last one is my favorite paint scheme from Chase Elliott from last year, and that's just because I saw it race twice. But this is the Hooters Night Owl car. It's the same as the one from the year before. It is all black all the way around with the orange roof. You can see we got our number 9 on the door. Elliott on both windshields. We got Lumar, Adrenaline A-Shock, Napa back here. So yeah, it's a very simple paint scheme. It's not overly like ridiculous. Everyone loves it. Matte black is a good color. Hooters is a popular sponsor. Orange and black go together really well. And so all that mixed together, this is probably going to be one of the more popular ones. Maybe not because they ran it 2 years in a row, but I know when this car first came out, the diecast flew off the shelves and were pretty tough to find. So I think this is one of the cooler cars. But I will say I definitely like that A-Shot car as soon as it comes in. So, but yeah, that'll wrap up all of the single cars that came in. I think there's a grand total of 17 of them. Now, that being said, there is a very unique other grouping to it, and that is the Dover sweep set is also being made in the metal chassis. Didn't know that, honestly, until I got the shipping report that it was on its way. So yeah, we've got the Dover sweep set here. You can see we've got the Bowman, Larson, Elliott, and Byron car. They come in the same box and everything, but they are the metal chassis with the rubber tires. So that's kind of nice. Obviously, I just showed you this car, so this must have been the one they were waiting on to be able to make it or to fill out the sets because it's the last one delivered. But yeah, so same car there, nothing crazy, nothing different. But yeah, so overall, there are 17 cars plus the sweep set. All of them will be on the website, so you can check them out over there at rasdiecast.com. I only get 3 of each, so there's usually a limited supply. I haven't run out of any quite yet, but I have. I've run out of 3 of them so far. So I do have a few leftovers yet. But yeah, those will be over on the website. But other than that, guys, let me know your thoughts on this newest wave of the metal chassis diecast. Also, do give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, just ignore the thumbs down. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Race Craze, and we'll see you in the next Diecast review.